Good morning, all. I am Shanawaz Bashir, working in Unicom ERP, a division of Easy to Learn company. Today, we are here for the free training session of Odoo 17. Today's session is about the creation of journals and journal entries in the Odoo 17 accounting module. A journal is a record of all transactions of a company in a chronological order. All accounting transactions of an enterprise are recorded through journal entries, which includes the name of the account, transaction amount, and debit and credit aspect of each transaction. Now we can move to the accounting module. In the configuration, we can find the journals menu. In the journals list screen, we can see the details such as journal name, type, journal group, shortcode, and default account here. First of all, we will take the sales journal. Means the customer invoice. For the customer invoice, here the type is sales type. In Odoo, we have 5 types of journals. First one is sales journal. All sales related transaction like customer invoice, credit notes will be recorded under this journal. The purchase related transaction like purchase bills and purchase credit note, etc. will be recorded under purchase journal. Miscellaneous entries like cash basis entry, Zakka, stock valuation, petty cash, etc. are recorded under the miscellaneous journal. Then the bank and cash. The bank and cash related entries will be recorded under the bank and cash journal respectively. Under accounting information, in the journal entries tab, here we can define the income account. The income account and expense account are also defined in the product creation screen. If you go to the product screen by clicking a new tab, we can see under the accounting tab, here there is income and expense accounts are recorded. Under the product category also, in the general information tab, under the product category, here also the income and expense account are defined. So the priority will be given to the income and expense account defined under the accounts tab of the product screen. If it is not defined in the product, it will be taken from the product category. If income and expense account is not recorded in the product screen and also in the product category, then it will take the accounts like default income account and expense account from the sales journal and purchase journal itself. So we are moving back. We can define the purchase default expense account in the purchase journal as well. If you want a dedicated sequence for the credit note, then check the dedicated credit note sequence checkbox here. Okay. And here there is a shortcode for the bill. So all journal entries under this particular journal will be, we have a sequence number starts with bill. Similarly, for the customer invoices, the shortcode is given as INV. We can choose the currency from here. Under the advanced settings tab, we can set up the control access by choosing the allowed accounts, but it is not mandatory. By checking the log posted entries with hash, we can restrict the further modification in the journal entry. Then the communication type. A payment communication is based on an invoice of a customer ID or based on invoice, or it can be set as open. Then we can choose the communication type, standard. Maybe it is Odoo or European. Under the follow customer payments tab, Odoo helps to send the customer reminders automatically if they missed the payment date. Here we can choose an activity and the activity will be added to any user. We can also give any activity summary here, like send an email on creation of invoice. And you can set up the email server over here. So this will create a journal entry under this particular journal when an email is received to the configured server. If we go back to this journals, the advanced settings of purchase type is also have a similar configuration as in the sales type. Now comes to the miscellaneous type. In the miscellaneous operation, you can see the code default account. Under the journal entries, code default account. And also the allowed account, and we can restrict whether the entries need to be locked after posting. Like this, after checking the checkbox. Okay. Now there is a cash and bank remaining. Okay. The bank and cash have different configuration. That is, under the journal entries, you will be able to define the bank account which the bank payments are received. We shall move to the bank, then the journal entries. We can see here the account is defined. Okay. And the suspense account is the account where the statement lanes or statement amounts are recorded until the reconciliation is completed. We can also choose the profit and loss accounts as the journal type is bank here. Okay. Then you can give a dedicated payment sequence if required. So by checking this checkbox, you can give a dedicated payment sequence. And also you can give the bank short code and select the currency. Under the bank account number section, You can define the bank account number. Also, the bank feeds. The bank feed will decide how to fetch the bank statements from the bank. It can be through automated bank reconciliation or manually. You can mark it over here. In the enterprise version, there are more options. Now we are using the community version. So here it is only one option, that is undefined yet, which means it can be either through bank reconciliation or manually. And under the incoming payments, you can define the incoming payment method. Similarly, under the outgoing payments tab, you can define the outgoing payment method. And under the advanced settings section, we can set up the control access by choosing the allowed account type. Now we can check how to do a journal entry in Odoo 17. For that, in the accounting module, go to the accounting tab, take the journal entries. Journal entries in Odoo's double entry accounting system include information about the date, amount, description, and references associated with a transaction. The journal entry list screen displays date, number, partner, and reference, etc. By clicking the new button, we can create a new journal entry. It is necessary to have at least one line of credit and debit with equal amount. Separate lanes are called journal items in a diary entry. For example, if you are creating a miscellaneous journal entry for an employee's house rent, then add a line with housing allowance. Then select the employee, any employee. Then put the amount on the debit side. Then add another line with bank or cash. Then put the amount on the credit side. So here the amount is balanced. So this is the basic idea of creating new channels. Now we can move to the exercises in this session. Here there is two exercises for you. You have to create some journals so that the journal name format should be like user ID as the prefix. Then you can give any name for the journal. Maybe it is as journal 1, journal 2, like that. Okay. And create few journal entries under those created journals. So these are the basic idea for creating